a bit late, but here I am nonetheless. It's been a while, my friends, and welcome to the stream. How are you? Which part of the world are you watching from? And what's up? Alright, here it is. Butter chicken spaghetti bolognese. Just made this today, shot an episode. Good job, Miso. Miso has also just finished his dinner, and here I am with my dinner, which is this beautiful butter chicken spaghetti bolognese made with ground beef, or as I say in Bombay City, water buffalo. And I put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it, and let's look at that. Proper stuff. Butter chicken bolognese. Good job, Miso. Good job. Unfortunately, I have to give the dog some dahi now because he normally gets some dahi and he's begging because every time he finishes his dinner, he gets some dahi, which is yogurt, in case you guys don't know. So I have to give him his yogurt. So let's get some from the fridge for him. We saw him in the middle of a live stream. He's waiting patiently for his dahi, which I'm going to find now. Hold on. Alright, got some dahi. Let's see if you guys can look here. Let's get the dog bowl. Le Creuset's drying out. Anyway, let's give the dog his dahi. We need a keto version of that, Sahil. Hey, so it's actually pretty easy. So the recipe is going live tomorrow, and all you got to do is replace the spaghetti with like some keto pasta. Good boy, Miso. I'm giving you your dahi. 2 nice big spoons. 1 spoon for me, just to make sure it's fine. Alright, there you go. Now we'll just put things away. Actually, don't want to leave the dahi out, and you can just look at him. Can't get enough of that dahi. Anyway, time for me to eat my dinner now. I've given him his yogurt after dinner, everything. My work is done. Alright, there we go. Alright, folks. In fact, let me just quickly show you. Oof. Yeah, so when Dipti was trying to do keto, which did not work out, she bought these Keto Lab. So, like 3.8 grams net carbs, pretty low in calories, I think. And you can just use any keto noodles for the same recipes that I'm making, because the only thing not keto really is just the noodles. So you can use shirataki noodles, you can use zucchini noodles, anything will do. Alright, there it is, spaghetti bolognese, but it's butter chicken. Let's dig in. That is bang on. Like it is, I'll be honest, I'm someone who generally doesn't like to mess with Italian food. I like my Italian food to taste Italian. I don't generally like it Indianized. But this, holy smokes. The funny thing is, this doesn't really taste like a butter chicken that much, but it just tastes like a bolognese on steroids. Like, the recipe is coming out tomorrow. I just shot the video today, and I'll have the video. It'll be in the short section of my channel, and it'll be up tomorrow. Yeah, let's dig in. My beard is blue. I colored it blue. Oh, good boy, Miso. Good boy. He's sitting there with his cow's ear. Anyway, yeah, so tomorrow I'll have the recipe up. It was just, hi Miso, what can I do for you? What happened? What does Miso want? I don't know what you want. You eat your cow's ear. He's eating a dehydrated cow's ear. It's his favorite thing to chew on every day. I will do those twirling things with the fork. It's just never ending mess. Hello, Mr. Lavesh. So his name is spelled miso, M-I-S-O, like the Japanese ingredient, miso paste. What happened, miso? You dropped it? His dog, no? Now he's not getting my attention. He wants it. Oh, he wants my spaghetti bolognese. He's like, you gave me boiled chicken and you're eating this. So I have been walking, just not as much as I was. I've been getting my studio together, so I'll be playing a lot more drums these days and just trying to figure things out in life. Oh, excellent! 3 km is good. Keep at it. Yum. This is some delicious stuff. But I'm also full, so I may not finish this. I'll put it back and eat it tomorrow. Thank you, defense attorney. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way on this crazy, crazy internet. But I'm also shooting a lot of stuff in batches and pre-planning and trying to, because I'm now handling this channel, Headbanger Eats, and I'm starting some music stuff. So I've got a lot on my plate, and hopefully I'll find the time to do justice to everything. I also put out a new long form video on this channel on how to properly cook chicken breast. And I hope you guys will check it out after the live stream. And I mean, there are some edits, but the actual cooking is done in real time. So you can see exactly how long it takes to cook things. What's your favorite Sobo street food? I don't think I have a favorite. Like, I don't really eat street food. Um, if you count chole bhature as street food, I guess you can say I like chole bhature. Why did I dye it blue? Because it was already white. Dipti has been coloring her hair purple and blue. So I was just like, why don't I color my beard blue? Lots of metal musicians have colored their beard. Like Dimebag Darrell had it red. Mike Portnoy has it blue. I was like, why not color my beard also? Let's see how it looks. So yeah, here we are with a colored beard and butter chicken spaghetti bolognese. It was good. Good stuff. I pat myself on the back. I mean, this has got next level flavor. And now, starting to get a little bit of that butter chicken flavor. Maybe I need to go a little more heavy on the kasuri methi. Yes, shout out to Dimebag, Vinnie Paul, both of them. Oh, I did end up finishing it. How does one become a serial eater? Hey, so there are two ways to become a serial eater. One way is to click the link in the Headbanger Eats Instagram bio. It'll link you to a WhatsApp group. Um, Click on that, try and join the community or try and join the announcements group. That is completely free, there's no charge, nothing. Every time I'm doing an event or a meetup, I will post on the announcements group. And you can also join the community and talk to other foodies and have discussions about food, share your food pictures, etc. And that is unfortunately kind of stuck with a WhatsApp limit of 1,000 members. So every day somebody or the other rage quits when they see 1,000 unread messages on the group and things like that. Not the announcements, but on the community. So you'll be able to sneak in every morning with your coffee, try and join the WhatsApp group. That's one way. The other way is to subscribe to my Instagram and join the social channel. And on Instagram, obviously, you're primarily subscribing to support the content I make, but you'll also get the Google Sheet or the ticket link before everybody else for the meetups. And you'll also get access to food sales, food drops, everything. I do a lot of stuff on there, and you'll just be part of the community. So, those are the two ways to join the Serial Eaters Club, and hopefully, yeah, that helps. Thank you, Matt. I do appreciate it. If I am coming to Perth, I will definitely let you guys know. I mean, the Australian food scene looks really exciting, very interesting, and I definitely hope to be there someday and try all of it out. Hi, Gina. Long time. Don't worry about it. Please drive safely. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. When I woke up this morning and I got myself a beer. Anyway, basically my point was keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Funny. Whew, that was heavy. Delicious. All wiped out. Well, I guess that's it for the Bolognese. But you know what? Let's do something fun. I have this. This is the end of the Parmesan cheese rind. Miss your keto recipes. Don't miss them. Most of the new ones are also keto anyway. I just don't label them because they are generic recipes. I mean, they can be keto if you eat them without the rice. When did you dye your beard? I'd say 2 or 3 weeks ago. I haven't done a live in a month, I think. I've just been like really busy. Sorry, I'm licking the bowl. But as I said, Parmesan cheese rind. Let's put it in the bowl. Let's put the bowl in the microwave. Please excuse the microwave if it's not up to your cleanliness standards. It needs a cleaning tomorrow. Just giving you all a heads up in case somebody's like, your microwave is filthy. Filthy, I tell you. Alright. Let's 30 seconds. Let's have a look and see what's happening to the Parmesan. Oh, 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 it's puffing up. It's puffed up, it's puffed up, it's puffed up. And that's 20. There it is. We got ourselves. Sorry about the bowl looking a little dirty, but hang on. Hang on, hang on. Hey, don't worry, guys, the beer just happened. Alright. Now, this will be hot, but okay, check it out. That is the rind of the Parmesan. 25 seconds in for this small piece. Vanshika, I'm not going to be able to understand that because my eyesight is bad. And Teen Makovo Bed Par Bhe Hai. What? I'm sorry, I don't read. My Hindi is terrible. Yes, living room attached to the kitchen. It's a open island kitchen. That's why we took the place. And like I said, 25 seconds in the microwave. The Parmesan cheese rind, I'm just letting it cool because it's still a little hot. So let that cool down. Ooh! I have a great idea. Or should I say, a grape idea. Did you like Rammstein back in the day? I like some of their songs and I still do enjoy their music from time to time. I would love to see them live. They're a band that I haven't had the chance to see live. Their shows look absolutely incredible. Hold on, I'm going to get some grapes because that's my dessert. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Here we go. Grapes. We got some green grapes and we got some red grapes. So it's a festive because grapes and cheese. So let's see how crunchy this turned out. It's like a cheese puff. And guess who's come to get his? Obviously Miso is here and Miso wants to be fed Parmesan cheese crisp. Yeah, you want Parmesan cheese crisp? Of course he does. And then eat a grape to balance the saltiness. Yeah. You want it? You want this? This is what I'm eating. He doesn't want it. Fussy dog. What do you do for a living? I make YouTube videos. I review restaurants. I organize food events now. Whole bunch of stuff. Alright, the Parmesan crisp is back to me. Yeah. I gave it to you. Didn't want. What a dog. First he rejected it, now he wants it. तीन माइक्रोवेव मेरे पर भी है. Does that mean there are 3 microwaves on her? Did you eat it? You want more? This dog is nuts for Parmesan cheese. Here you go. I'm giving the dog the cheese. There went my Parmesan cheese snack. Hi, I'm good. How are you? Which grape do you prefer? Red grapes, green grapes? Miso, you can't eat grapes. Grapes are not. First of all, you don't even like fruit. Miso, I don't have any more food for you now. I don't have any more food for you. Miso, this is a grape. The one fruit you're not allowed to eat also along with avocado. Miso, you're not allowed grapes. Not allowed grapes. Since you're a food reviewer, I had a question. How do you eat cheese platter? After a while, they all taste the same and it forms a layer on the tongue. So you don't just eat, like, a cheese platter is, it's like you're not supposed to like just eat the whole thing quickly in one go. Like a cheese platter is like a grazing board at a party. So you eat a piece of cheese, have like a nut or some charcuterie or some fruit, and the cheese keeps alternating with the different fruits and the nuts, whatever's on the platter. So that's generally how you eat a cheese platter. Because I've never had this problem of them all tasting the same and forming a layer on the tongue. In all my years, never had that happen when I'm eating a cheese platter. Hello, Magdala Hurt. Or is it Magdala? Magdala Hurt. By the way, any of you guys fans of the show Foundation on Apple TV? Do I have any Foundation fans here? Because I've just been watching that show and I've been going nuts about it. It's been a while since I've done one of these streams, so it's good to see you all, especially all the familiar faces. I saw a pit bull eating a watermelon. Yeah, my dog is a snob. He doesn't eat. He's like me, I think. He doesn't eat fruit at all. He just wants meat. Doesn't want to eat the oats, doesn't want to eat the vegetables, just wants the meat. Could you explain basic grinded Indian spices and how the ratios work between them for different dishes? Are there any rules per se? Hey, so all right. That is a loaded question. Okay, so I've done a video on this, but the basic Indian spices. So first of all, you have to realize one thing. In India, there are 28 states. Each state has a different cuisine. Like, I'm not talking about like one part of Germany and another part of Germany. No, I'm talking about like one state is like France, the other state is like Germany, the third state is like Italy. So it's very diverse. And then within the state, every 100 meters or so, all the recipes kind of tweak and change according to the area. So there is no sort of basic rule that applies to everything. Every household will use different spices in different ratios for different curries. I'm going to be doing like a very basic beginners video for how to make curry, and I'm going to make it really very sort of generic and easy to understand for people who don't live in India, because like there are a gazillion spices, like, and you would like really get overwhelmed with like the number of permutation combinations. And like I said, the same recipe, even something like a butter chicken, which is very basic, even that will taste different in every restaurant, in everyone's house, because everyone makes it differently. But there will be a few signature things, like it will be a tomato gravy, there will be some cream and butter in it, kasuri methi should be there, you know. So the spices will keep varying, but generally there are about 5 or 6 spices that kind of go in a lot of dishes. So one of them, in fact, I think I don't have them right here, but okay. One of them is Kashmiri or any kind of red chili powder. Even the kind of red chili powder varies across the country. I stick with the Kashmiri chili powder because it's the least spicy. But there are again a multiple varieties of chili, and each one is used in different kind of chili powders. So if you bought like a basic chili powder in one state, it'll be different from a chili powder in another state unless it's a branded chili powder. Like when you buy, like, say, a certain brand of masala, if you buy their chili powder, it'll be consistently the same. But largely, the spices also can taste different based on which part of the country you're in. And some cuisines are more spice heavy, some are less spice heavy, like multiple spices. Some recipes will have powdered spices and some, uh, sort of whole spices. Some will have only whole spices. So it's super varied. But anyway, let's get back to the five I would say you should have. Red chili powder of some kind. I stick with Kashmiri because it's not very spicy and it's very flavorful. Turmeric powder. Again, it can vary from brand to brand, but turmeric is a general sort of uh, spice. Cumin powder, used very commonly as well. Coriander powder, another one. And garam masala powder. Now, garam masala powder, people will tell you make yours at home, it's the best, and you can go out and buy the world of sort of spices and then make your own, but it's really not worth it. Most people in India will buy a garam masala packet from the shop, which will have the local guys blend, or it'll be a branded garam masala which has the house blend, and they use that. And based on that garam masala, the taste can change across the country. Again, so these five are generally what I used. Now, most of the times you will see people use couple of teaspoons of chili powder. Turmeric will always be a very small amount, so quarter teaspoon, half teaspoon. So like if you're using, like, I have very rarely, very few curries, in fact I can't remember seeing any curry that has more than a teaspoon of turmeric in any recipe. Coriander powder, you put quite a bit of it. So if you're putting, say, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder, you'll put half a quarter spoon of turmeric. You'll put about 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. You'll put about 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, and you will put 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Now, obviously, these are just like a very, like, there's no actual, like this. Most Indian houses will have no measurements. If you ask an Indian auntie or an Indian woman who's been cooking for years in the kitchen, can you give me a recipe? They will not be able to give you a written recipe. They will say, we eyeball it. We eyeball the spices, and like if they tell you 1 spoon, there's no standard spoon measure. Everyone's house has a different size of spoon also. Like in my house, check this out. So I've got this spoon. Now somebody might have this spoon in their masala box and they'll be like, I put 1 spoon of this. But in my masala box, I have this spoon. Look at the size difference. Okay, I don't know how many spoons. Is this a quarter teaspoon? Is it a half teaspoon? What size spoon is this? Sometimes they'll use a big spoon and they'll only fill up like a little bit over here. So even for salt and all this stuff, everyone is just eyeballing stuff in their houses. Nobody has written recipes. It's just like the intuition of the grandmothers and stuff. I think even with like Italian cuisine, I don't think the nonnas are like sitting and measuring 1 teaspoon exactly of oregano in my recipe. They just throw things into the pan. And that's how I also cooked for the longest time. Only because of you guys. When you were on the keto diet with me, you guys were like, oh my god, give us the macros. And I'm like, what macros? I'm just throwing in things into the pan. So then I started measuring everything. And now all my Indian recipes have the exact measurement for the spices. It takes a lot of work for me to figure out the exact ratios and everything, but you have them now. And I think that's one of the biggest issues with Indian food, is that we never really documented our recipes precisely and meticulously down to the last gram or teaspoon or whatever. It's just eyeball. How did your grandmother make it? Oh, I put a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you put a little bit of this, and it goes on and on and on. So, hopefully, this sort of gives you some perspective on Indian food. And like I said, there are 28 states in the country, and I'm doing two recipes per state. If you've watched my new series called uh, what is it called? It's called Meat India. So I'm making two meat and seafood dishes from every state in the country. And if you check the series, I've done Maharashtra, I've done Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Telangana. I don't know if I've pronounced it correctly, but I'm covering all the states, and I've done Calcutta, West Bengal, and you will see how the spices vary. So if you buy these five spices, mostly they'll be good to start with, and all my recipes, especially all the old keto ones, you'll be able to make those. Yes, Uttarakhand also I will get to. I've got a lot more states to cover. I will do them soon. Right, sorry, Heba, you asking. I quit keto in 2019. I quit because it was not sustainable for me, it was not manageable for me. I didn't really get any super benefit with keto. I felt better eating carbs, and overall, it was just I didn't want to do it. I started binge eating and things like that. So I was like, this is not the right diet for me. That's a lot of talking. And my last grape. Ooh, steak au poivre. Steak au poivre. Pardon my French. Steak au poivre. 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 I need to practice my French. Steak au poivre. Pepper steak. Lollapalooza, any headline name? I have no idea. Hey, Thunder. Enough jibber jabber indeed. One more grape for me. Now the grapes go back in the fridge. Yes, defense attorney, you're right. A lot of times, a lot of YouTube chefs just like write measurements and it's not correct, and it's just all over the place. How do you make ginger garlic puree without getting so much fiber in your food? So here's what I do. We just buy ginger garlic paste. However, what I would recommend what you do is then don't grate the ginger. Use a food processor. So anything like a NutriBullet, throw in throw in ginger, throw in garlic, cut the garlic and ginger into smaller pieces, and blend it with some water till it's nice and smooth, and then you can freeze it in ice trays, and you can get like this thing. Sahil, I've noticed one thing: with time you have matured. I hope so. I'm getting older as we go along. I'm 42 now. One should be relatively mature at 42, even if not completely mature. I mean, isn't that what life is all about? Growing up, gaining wisdom, all that. And Denver City, another very important thing that I will tell you. Of course, it's not really going to make any bearing on your cooking. But one thing I've noticed, like, because I haven't really cooked in Norway, I've come to Norway, I've played a concert in Norway, and I've eaten Burger King in Norway. And but like in the UK, I realized the produce that you get in the UK or anywhere in Europe, actually, your tomatoes and your onions taste very different from the Indian tomatoes and onions. Same with the ginger, garlic, which is why even though you may use the exact same recipe as mine, it won't taste the same as mine because the produce is different. I would love for you to try my mom's West Indian curries. I would absolutely love to. Yeah, so the thing with cooking is, again, a lot of it is trial and error, a lot is sort of just taking a chance, right? Eyeball is a big problem for a lot of people. Not everyone is sort of comfortable eyeballing things. And that's the thing, right? You practice, you practice, you practice. Once you've made a curry 100 times, you can eyeball what a quarter teaspoon of something looks like or a teaspoon of something looks like, and you'll just, and again, you can, the thing is, always adjust to your personal preference, right? Suppose you make one of my curries and I've used a teaspoon of garam masala, but you found it spicy. The next time you do it, cut down the garam masala to half of what I used. You might be like, oh, this is perfect, but I could still use a hair more of garam masala. So, there is so many like things you can do, but again, just have fun in the kitchen, I think, most important. And I would say this today, as anything, as people, we have access to so much information, right? Like, you feeling a little rich today, you can go and buy the masterclass series. You can learn the basics of cooking with a Gordon Ramsay, with Wolfgang Park, with like the legendary chefs. Like, imagine 30 years ago, if you wanted to be a chef and you idolize Gordon Ramsay or a Wolfgang Park or a Marco Pierre White, the chances of a guy sitting in India being able to access them, to even know who they are, would be impossible. And now I can go onto that master class and pay $100 or whatever and get a master class from Gordon Ramsay, multi-camera angle, him not yelling explicitives at people, and just kind of really learn. And with cooking, I would say this: if you can take the time, learn the basics. Very simple: how to saute, how to stir fry, how to poach an egg, how to boil, how to cook chicken breast, how to cook duck breast, whatever it is. I mean, you just literally have to type in Google your question and the answers are given to you. Now, Google is even giving you an AI generated answer. You also have YouTube videos for every single thing. You want to learn how to uh, flambe something, there's a YouTube video. You want to learn how to do a fine dice, there's a video. You want to learn how to julienne something, there's a video. So if you're passionate about cooking, it's like anything else, it becomes your second nature when you practice it enough, just like a musical instrument, right? Like, if you play guitar, the first time you're looking for the frets, you're trying to think of what note come next, all that. But like, if you've been playing for years and years and years, you can just go and jam with someone and just shred like woo. Of course, or you could be like me, who can't play anything other than the songs he's written, but that's a different story. uh What's my personal preference between the two Rogan Josh dishes I made, the one with mustard oil and the one without? I only made one Rogan Josh dish and I used the mustard oil and it was great. I live in India, in Mumbai city to be precise. Absolutely Blackfire song, that is absolutely true. I'm telling you, I barely ever get to eat the same thing twice. I'm not even joking. Like, Dipti and I have been together 21 years now. I mean, there are dishes that she has eaten that I've made that she has loved, but she's like, you're unable to replicate the same thing twice because you're just throwing things into the pan. You're using like the most obscure leftovers from God knows where and making God knows what in the kitchen. So, yeah, a bit of a mad scientist sometimes. Yeah, you got to like make the notes and things like that to really kind of, again, think of it as a learning thing. It's like how you would learn music. So you write down your music theory, you try and tab out your favorite songs so you can play them back and similar stuff. All right, these grapes need to go in the fridge. Oh, by the way, guys, we have these t-shirts on sale. If any of you like it, it says just look at that cross section. This is for all the food lovers. Got a burger here, a burrito here, a croissant here, a cruffin here, a pastry here, a sushi roll here, and now grapes going. All right, Matt, good night. Thank you for spending your time with us. I appreciate it. All right, in the grapes go. Went to my studio today, played some drums. Quite tired now. No, absolutely, my pleasure. And like I said in the video, also there is a Kashmiri Pandit Rogan Josh and a Kashmiri Muslim Rogan Josh. The Muslim version uses onions and garlic, whereas the Pandit version doesn't use any of that. So, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like I said, Indian food is so vast and varied. Like, obviously, if you're living in Europe, you will get a generic Rogan Josh, which probably isn't true to either version. It's probably somewhere in the middle. Probably they throw in tomatoes as well to kind of tone down the heat and the spices to make it a certain way. So, yeah, it's interesting. And that's the thing, right? Food evolves as well. Like, I would say British Indian cuisine is its own cuisine now. The Bangladeshi chefs making all the Indian food in the UK curry houses being famous, I'd say that's a separate genre of its own. Like British Indian food or British Chinese food, those are its own genres. Even in India, we've got like Indian Chinese food, which is totally different from Chinese food in China, probably. And in fact, people who eat Indian Chinese food would probably go to China and hate the Chinese food there. I can tell you for a fact, we've got our own Indian Italian also. Like if you come to India and eat the pastas and stuff, you will see they have more chili flakes. The tomato sauce tastes different because they use a different kind of tomato or a different puree. And a lot of Indians who love Italian food in India, they actually go to Italy and they're like, this is too bland and tasteless for us. So it's really interesting. Yeah, the Indian food in Australia is a struggle. Yeah, so I would say you're getting your evolved version of Indian food. So Australian Indian food will have its own sort of taste, I think. What's your favorite dosa and dosa accompaniment? A good masala dosa with no mirchi, no fancy red chutney, and some beautiful green, not green, the white coconut chutney. I love that. Yeah, mash. If you've been to India, yep, I think it'll be like a whole world of difference. Hello, Days of the Phoenix, Cowboy for Life. You recording an album? Not yet. I've just started playing music again. I'm just trying to get back into the groove of feeling comfortable on the guitar and the drums. And it's going to take some time. And but yeah, once I'm back in the swing of things, if I find inspiration, I will write an album. Alright, guys, the fatigue is hitting me now, so I'm going to take any last questions you have about anything. Hey, Days of Phoenix, thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoyed the tiramisu videos, and sorry about the craving, but yeah, tiramisu is my absolute favorite dessert. In fact, let me ask you a sort of final question. What is your favorite dessert? Like, if you could only eat one more dessert, like tomorrow is your last day on planet Earth. You are only allowed one more dessert. What dessert are you eating? Mine would be tiramisu, of course. So I make butter chicken the Indian way, of course. So Denver City, if you just type Headbangers Kitchen authentic butter chicken, you will find the proper, as authentic as possible butter chicken recipe, and it should take you about 45 minutes with everything included, and some marination time will be extra. But once you eat that butter chicken, I trust me, I think it'll be a game changer for you. I love the UK Chinese food. I really do. I love the duck in the UK. I like duck anywhere actually. I need to eat more Chinese food in the UK the next time I go. Oh, yeah, and by the way, if you guys want, you can find all the written recipes on headbangerskitchen.com. So if you don't want to watch a whole YouTube video again, the written recipe is on headbangerskitchen.com. Head over there whenever you want a recipe, and there's a search button. Just type the recipe. In fact, even if you want to find out what to make for dinner, say you've got some chicken thighs in your fridge or freezer, go to the website, type in chicken thighs. All my chicken thigh recipes will show up. Makes your life easy. Matt, yes, I know. I absolutely want to come to Australia and have some barbecue. Want to go to America and have some barbecue here as well. In fact, I'm going to actually make some pastrami. Obviously, I don't have a smoker, so it'll be an oven baked pastrami. But I'm going to do a pastrami soon, and I'm going to make and sell pastrami sandwiches here in Bombay City. Maybe next week, let's see. Oh no, I mean, I'll have to get the brisket next week and then brine it for 10 days and then cook it and then sell it. So it'll be a while, but I'm going to get the process started now. Should be fun. All right, guys, my time's up. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate all your support. If you can, go watch a few Headbangers Kitchen videos. See if you've missed any of my recent videos, and do enjoy the content that is put out. I will do a live stream tomorrow as well in the afternoon. I will be eating my lunch, so I'll join you guys for lunch. And yeah, till the next one, cheers and keep cooking.